everyone, this is Amy. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you a real pretty, very loose painting design on this green glass bottle. I'm going to be using three Amagic round brushes, a 16, a 12, and a 4. I'm also going to be using a Amagic flat brush, and that is a number 2, and a fine liner by Westonia. All these brushes are going to be listed down below as affiliate links, so you're welcome to purchase through those. All the paints I use are FolkArt paints. I'm using Autumn Leaves, Vivid Orange, Happy Green, Wicker White, Tea Berry, and Thicket. Alright, so let's go ahead and begin. I'm going to use the number 16. And actually the other brush I'm using is a 14 and not a 12. I thought it was 12, but it's 14. Alright, so to begin, I'm going to stick my brush, and this is the 16, into the, just kind of into the mix here. And this is the Autumn Leaves. And I'm just going to start just by putting little, kind of little buds here and there towards the top. Again, this is going to be very loose. So I don't want you to expect anything more than that from this. So we're just touching it and just doing just more of a kind of a wavy motion with it. And 4, 5, 6, 7. And I actually ended up with 8, which kind of surprised me because I normally do it in odd numbers. So the next thing I'm going to do is put my brush then into the Vivid Orange and come in here, just kind of do the same thing, just kind of just sweeping motions, just very loose. And these can kind of be considered like maybe loose roses, something to that sort, but I'm not really going to call them a specific flower, to be honest with you. Just more of a loose flower. Again, if you're new to my channel, please know that my designs are meant to be very simple, great for beginners. If you're a more experienced painter, just maybe use my designs as an inspiration and add your touch to your creation. Alright, so then I'm going to touch into the Tea Berry, and that's what I'm going to put into my centers. And I'm just quickly touching. Okay, not meant to be anything more than just giving a quick little touch. And I will put a little bit of the Tea Berry in around. Again, just making my quick little movements. And it's the Tea Berries in my brush from putting it in as the center. There we go. Now you want to come back in. I just keep building on it, and you don't have to build on it, you know, too much. But I just keep adding colors. And of course, the thicker it is, the more durable your design is going to be, so keep that in mind. I don't know what that was. Piece of dried paint, maybe. I'm going to be adding some white here in just a second. And when you're painting, if you want to use this as like a relaxation time, I would recommend putting on some music that you like, or if you want to put on some meditation music and just relax while you're painting. It's very simple. Again, just making it very loose. And I have to say, with what I'm doing right here, there really isn't a wrong way to do it. So give yourself carte blanche and just go to it. And once you get some of this white down, then you can go back over it if you want with some of the oranges again, just to kind of, I don't want to say blend it in, but maybe you could consider it like that. I don't want to cover it up too much because I actually like the touch of white around this. And you really honestly can fuss with it as much or as little. You can keep layering it. I already did that one. And it's just pretty, right? I think I'm going to touch it up a little bit more with just a tad bit more white. And you actually could do this with your fingers. I do have seen a video where they actually did these type of flowers with their fingers. And one more thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take this brush that I use, just kind of tap in my centers again a little bit. And just make them a little more loose. And I just stuck my finger in it. Alright, next thing I'm going to do is take my fine liner and stick it into my greens. And I'm going to start at the top here and come down, see if I can do just a quick little stem. And yes, I'm pulling in some orange and some of the undercolor, not a problem, because I'm going to keep layering it anyways. And so if you watch my videos, you know when I get to my stems, I'll layer them, give them different colors, and of course I pulled in some orange, so that's okay. And I'm just going to pull some out like this. And you'll see what I do with these. Do the same over here. And I'd just like to mention too, anytime I do a video, if there's something on here you don't like, please feel free to leave it out. You know, make the creation yours. I'm just giving suggestions and not something that you actually have to do. Now this is the smaller the number 4 round brush, and I'm going to dip it into 3 colors, the green, happy green, the thicket, and the white. And I'm just going to come here. Now you can just do them where you're just touching and pulling back, touching, come down here, come down here. You can flatten them out. Just do it like that. Very simple. Anybody can do this. And that's what I like to say. Anybody can do my designs. And I did pull in a little orange, so no big deal. And I am a big leaf person, and I say this on all my videos because I am, and I know it. If you are not, feel free to cut down some of these and don't add as much as I do. But I like the leaves. So there you have it. Okay, so I have those in. The next thing I'm going to do is take my little flat brush, and that, what did I say it was? 2. All right, I'm going to go into my greens, one side into the thicket, one side into the happy green. I'm going to do my blending strokes. I'll probably touch into a little bit of the white. Anytime you have an issue with your colors not being opaque enough, adding a little white, yes, it's going to make the color lighter, but it can also help you with the amount of pigment, make it thicker. Alright, so we're just going to do just your basic wiggle leaves. I'm not too happy with that. I'm going to paint in the center, so I'm going to kind of go over it again. Try to spread it out a little bit. Go through and put my line in it. Alright, and then I'm going to come up here. I'm sorry about the furnace. The furnace runs a lot while I'm doing my videos. I'm going to work on doing a new setup here at the beginning of the year. But I appreciate you sticking with me while I'm doing this video. I'm just pushing down and wiggling fast. And I can come through here, pull my stem. And you can go over your flowers a little bit. The only thing is if you do this right now while they're wet, you're going to pull up some of the, you know, the color itself, which is fine, just as long as you are okay with that. And it doesn't have to be as big. You can vary the sizes of your leaves. You can make them go up. And you could even just do them like that too, where it's just one side. And I keep pulling the orange up, so I have to keep scraping that off of my brush. And I'm just going to tap lightly when I do this one, pull it through. Sometimes if you have too much paint on your brush, then that's when you get the part that actually is too full of paint. So that's all right. And I'm just kind of tapping a little bit so that I don't pull the paint up. Go over that with, because I had too much orange showing through. And you can come out here away from the flowers if you want and do some of these leaves. You can do it to where it's not coming directly from a flower. It can come off of, you know, come out away from the flower. You can rotate them to where one side is light, one side is dark. They're both light, they're both dark. It just doesn't really matter. Up to you. But I kind of like adding these two different types of leaves to this design. Okay, we're getting close to being done. I think I want to add maybe a little bit at the top here. I want it to be that we have just all. And if you don't like having all this paint, you know, like pulling up the paint from the flowers, because the flowers are pretty thick as far as the paint goes, just give it some dry time. You can hit it with a heat gun. The only problem I see with the heat gun is that it might be too thick to really give it good dry time. All right, so I'm going to leave it at this, except for, and I always forget this, one more thing, to come back to my liner brush. Almost forgot. And then I'm going to come through here. My little liner brush is getting a little clogged up. Might even stick a little bit of white in there and kind of go like that. I'm just keeping it real light and airy. Then I'll come through here, put it up there. Let's see, and it's okay if it looks white, it's fine. Come this way. Again, I'll just do it like this, just very quick and whimsical. To my little dark one. And you could even use this to put like the veining into the bigger leaves too. But I kind of had already done that with the brush. So I'm just gonna put that. All right, now we're really done. All right, I hope you like this video. If you do, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. New to my channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. And prior to leaving, if you would share this video on your social network with your family and friends, I would greatly appreciate that. Just hit the share button you'll find underneath the video. It'll give you the options of where you can share it, and you'll be good to go. All right, until the next time, please stay safe and healthy, and you have a good one.